Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to Social Studies class for grade 5. Today inshallah our lesson is going to be about Sumerian civilization. We're going to learn about farming during that period of time. It's lesson 3 in your book. Page 26. In this lesson, we're going to identify elements of Sumer civilization and agriculture. Also, we're going to understand how people first start using plants and animals in agriculture. Let's see the vocabulary. Agriculture, which means farming. We learned this before. Domestication, it means to keep animals for human use. Also, plow, adapt, seed, Euphrates, Tigris, fertile. Fertile means, do you remember? Suitable to produce crops. When we spoke about the Nile River and the land around it, the last word is crescent. Let's start. Domestication means taking wild plants or animals to adapt them for people to use. Like people, they take cows and oxen. They also use dogs, and they will take care of them and use them in their daily activities. What animals have people domesticated? What were the animals used for? What do you think of dogs? Right? People domesticated dogs. Why? Do you have any idea? Why people domesticated dogs? They domesticated dogs for guarding, to take care of their home, to take care of the sheep. Let's write this down. So, dogs were used for what? For guarding. Okay, what do you think of cows? People domesticated cows for their milk and for their meat also. Farming and civilization. In the past, people searched for their food. People spent many hours looking for wild plants and fruit. They hunted animals for meat. Hunting was often unsuccessful. Why? And was dangerous. A wild bull could turn on the hunters and cause injuries and death. They weren't there weren't any kind of guns on these developed machines to hunt animals. They were hunting them by their hands, so it was dangerous for them. The Sumer civilization was located between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers. This area was known as the Fertile Crescent. Today, this is located mostly in present-day Iraq and Syria. The area was called the Fertile Crescent is because the river. Why? This is important. Why it was called the Fertile Crescent. Let's highlight this or underline it. So it was called that because the river made the land around it fertile. Plants grew and animals ate those plants. Let's see Sumerian civilization. Where were they living? Here is it. Here is the Tigris, and here is the Euphrates. Between Iraq is here, between Iraq and Syria. And here all of this was called Fertile Crescent because of these rivers. The land around them was fertile, suitable to grow plants and to take care of animals there. So, Sumerian people started farming in the Fertile Crescent. Sumerians took the seeds of some wild plants and planted them. The first known example of this is wheat. So, in the past, Sumerian, they weren't like this. They were like living, they were like they were hunting and gatherer. They were only like hunting animals, then taking and eating them. But then they started to think of farming. So they started to take seeds of wild plants and plant them. So the first thing they planted was wheat. Sumerians started to domesticate animals. The first animals to be domesticated were most likely goats. So the first thing they grew was wheat, and the first thing they domesticated of animals was goats. Domestic animals were first used for their meat, milk, and hides. The prepared skins, so for their skins. Later, animals were used to help people in their farming and travel. Cattle were domesticated for food and used in farming to pull plows on the farms. Let's see how they were using cattle. They were using cattle to pull the plows to farm or to make the land ready before farming. How did domestication help people? People could grow more food in some place. Population increased because more food was produced. So, of course, there is domestication. They started to bring wild plants and plant them near their houses. They started to bring animals and let them live near their houses. How this helped people? This helped people to they started to grow more food. People no longer needed to spend time hunting or searching for food. With more time, people could do other things. They produced goods, traded, and built villages. People with extra food or hides traded with other villages for other things they needed. So instead of like wasting their time or investing their time with hunting and trying to find for food, everything was near them. They started to build, they started to trade. Let's see the concept check. Domestication, what's the meaning of it? It's when plants or animals are adapted to be used by people. What's the meaning of adapt? To change something. Okay, the weather is so hot, but like after 1 month, we started to be adapted. We started to what to change. We started to feel okay. Now the weather is fine. What's the meaning of harvest or harvest? It's to collect plants and crops after farm. When we plant like crops and it grow, we need to take them, right, to collect them. This is called harvest. Agriculture means the activity of farming. Seed is the part of plant used to grow new plant. Plow is a blade used in farming to turn over soil. Activity number 3, map activity. Where are the Tigris and Euphrates rivers and the Fertile Crescent in the map below? Here is the Arabian Peninsula. Where is Iraq? Let's see. Where is Iraq? Euphrates and Tigris, they are related to the Arabian Sea. So here are they. Let's check the map here. The first one is Tigris, the other one is Euphrates, and this is the Fertile Crescent. Let's draw it in our book. Let me use blue. This is the Fertile Crescent. Let's check it again, okay? The Fertile Crescent, it's like this. Oh, like this, and like like that. It's around the rivers. Let's write here the Tigris. Let's change the color first. Right with the green. This one is the Tigris. And here is the other one is the Euphrates. Why this one is changing? Yeah. And this one is the Euphrates. So, people activity number 4. Extension activity. People domesticated dogs thousands of years ago. People have used dogs for many different things. How many can you list below? I'm going to help you with 2. I want you later on to do the rest. Why people use dogs? We use dogs for what? Number 1, for guarding, right? What? For hunting, right? People usually use dogs for hunting, as nowadays here in the UAE they use also falcons for hunting. Okay, let's see here. People use animals that are not domesticated. Nowadays people decided to use animals that are not like usually we don't domesticate them. Examples are shown on the table. How do people use them? Can you add other animals and their use? Snakes. What do people use them for? In the circus, right? What about dolphins? For entertainment games and inside their circus also. Any others? Now, when we were speaking about dogs, we spoke about snakes. Sorry, we spoke about falcons. Here I wrote lions inside circus. Also, let's write falcons. People in the UAE they use falcons for hunting. They domesticate falcons and they use them for hunting. So this is our lesson for today. We spoke about Sumerian civilization and farming at that time. Wish you enjoyed the lesson. See you inshallah next class. Wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.